This is the description of the role for cost. So when you open up your email, you will have in your inbox mails coming from estimation and color. So those emails will have an attachment that you can see into the right side of your screen. So you want to save those files into the directory you created for this simulation. So I'm gonna open up the email from color, and then I'm gonna click download, and I'm gonna select save. So you might want to save this file. You can leave the same name, or I will recommend you to just to make an indication that this file is coming from color. So you can probably have design-color, or you can just type C just to make sure that you know that it's coming from color, and then click save. So now when you're done, you go back to inbox and you do the same with the file that you received from estimation. So you will download that file, select save, and again you can just see if you need to change the name, or you might want to leave it the way it is. So then you would like to save it into the same directory, and then so now you need to open up those two files. So I'm gonna go to Windows Explorer, to the directory that I created for this simulation, and I have those two files here. So I'm gonna open up the one coming from estimation, which is this one. And just to make sure, you should have a perimeter and area into the file. So by the way, this file has 3 tabs that you can see at the bottom of the spreadsheet, which are called request, design, and cost. You're only gonna be working on the cost tab. So you have to make sure that this file coming from estimation has a perimeter and the area already estimated. So now we need to open up the file coming from color. So I'm gonna go back again to the directory we created for this simulation, and I'm gonna double click on the file we received from color. So here is the same file, but this file we have the indexes for the color 240, 0, and 80. So you want to copy these 3 values and put it into the other spreadsheet. So in this case 240, 0, and 80. So I will go back to the other spreadsheet and I will introduce those values here: 240, 0, and 80. Good. So let's save this file. So now you're gonna need to estimate the cost per square unit. So in order to do that, you're gonna need the file that has the information about the cost. So you have that file into the same directory we created for this for this simulation, which the name of the file is color cost estimation. So if you open it up, you have spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet with many tabs at the bottom of the file. So here the way that this works is that this first tab is for when the blue index is 10. So the next tab is when the blue index is 20. The next tab is when the blue index is 30, and so on. So here you have at the top of the spreadsheet you have red, and then you have the different values for the red index: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. And for green you also have the different values for green. So in our case we are looking for the values red 240, green 0, and blue 80. So if you go back to the color cost estimation file, you have red 240, green 0, and blue 80. So I'm gonna go to blue first, which is the tab when blue is 80 here. And you can see that at the top of the page you have blue equals 80. So now I know that green is 0 and red is 240. So I'm gonna go all the way back to 240. So in this case it's 777. So that's gonna be the cost for this specific color. So I'm gonna go back to the design file and I'm gonna input the cost over here, 777. That's the cost per square unit. So then it says what is the current cost, and the definition is the perimeter times $25 per linear unit. So here I'm gonna have $25 times the perimeter, which in this case is 22. And then the material cost. The material cost is gonna be the area times the cost per unit. So I'm gonna have the area, which is over here 23, times the square per unit, 777. So here. So finally the total is gonna be 550 plus $17,871. That's the total cost. So those are gonna be the calculations you gotta do for this project. Then we will click save, and we need to send this. I will close this file and we need to send this to customer service. So I'm gonna go back to Gmail, back to inbox. I will compose mail. I'm gonna click to, I'm gonna click all, and then done. Then you want to attach the file, so attach file, and then you have to make sure that it's the file where you save the data you just calculated. So open, and then when it's done, then you will click send, and then OK. And that's the description of the role for cost.